External Affairs Minister Dr. S.Jaishankar slamming the President of Maldives, Moizu, over the bully comment that had been made earlier. External Affairs Minister slams Maldivian President remember when he had said, "We cannot be bullied." Jaishankar has said because it appeared that it was targeted at India, the indirect jibe, and Moizu has done not just after becoming the president but as an election campaign too. Jaishankar has said, and I first quote him here, "Big bullies don't provide $4.5 billion when their neighbors are in trouble. Bullies do not supply vaccines to other countries when COVID pandemic is on. Bullies do not make exceptions to their own rules to respond to food, fuel and fertilizer demands when the war in some part of the world is complicating their life." So listen in to what External Affairs Minister had said. But important, remember, at this point is the comment coming in from the Foreign Affairs Minister, because one by one, there is a wild discussion that's also coming on and believe that Moizu is following the Chinese plank and has been following and is more supportive of Chinese investments and even interference, and has been speaking against India. Remember, even before elections in Maldives, there was a go out, go back India campaign, and even though he tried to clarify, but there has been a stand that appears to have been taken by Moizu. Geeta Mohana, Foreign Affairs Editor, joining me now. Geeta, you tell us, how should one see this statement by the External Affairs Minister? Because the bully comment, even though there wasn't a reference of a country, clearly appeared it was aimed at India.
Well, the Indian administration has been engaging the Maldives administration, irrespective of who is in power, given the importance of the Maldives for India in the Indian Ocean. So reminding the Moizu administration of the fact that India has not played or acted as a bully for the country, but more so as a development partner, as a partner that thinks of the Maldives not just as a satellite state, as China maybe does, but as an equal partner. And in that also has provided all the help that the Maldives sought. In the recent conversations, given the debt that the Maldives is in, there have been conversations of relief for the Maldives by India, and India is looking and considering that as well. So it's not just about the fact that India has helped the Maldives in the past, but also is looking to help the Maldives in the future. And with the Moizu administration, which is rather tilted towards the Chinese and has had an anti-India agenda. In fact, President Moizu came to power with a massive anti-India agenda. But right now, the response is very clear that India is not a bully, but is a development partner for the Maldives. The sooner they understand, the better.
Geeta, also tell us this, because the relationship with Maldives have definitely changed between India and Maldives ever since Moizu won the elections and became a president as well. But it definitely looks like now that India, while didn't respond strongly, now has decided to come forth and at least clarify to the world. There is an increasing Chinese investment and interference that's definitely seen with regard to Maldives, isn't it?
Well, absolutely. There is a huge, if you see the way the Maldives has been working and ensuring that India and whatever help that India has given is considered one where India is trying to interfere or have its military presence within the Maldives, clearly shows that there was a massive disinformation and misinformation campaign that was underway in the Maldives by the Moizu administration when they were campaigning. And now there is enough to show that there is hardly any proof that the Moizu administration has of Indian military presence within their country. And that's the response that India is really giving. That's the response of the External Affairs Minister to the Maldives, that India is not a bully and will remain engaged with the Moizu administration, with the Maldives government, and help the Maldives in whichever manner that it can. It comes at a time when we do understand the importance of the Maldives in the Indian Ocean region. Also at a time, Pooja, when we're seeing Chinese ships, spy vessels entering the waters. And while they say it's for replenishment, we know that they have been around for a while. So it could very well be more than that. And
Days ahead,
irrespective
Geeta, for Maldives and India as well. But listen in now to precisely what did the External Affairs Minister say with regard to the bullying jibe thrown at India by Maldivian President Moizu.
But I would say we don't have the kind of issues in BIMSTEC which we do in SARC. There is a will to cooperate, there is a desire to take it forward. But because I fold into it the other question as well, how is India perceived by neighbors? The big change today in this part of the world is what has happened between India and its neighbors. When you say India is perceived as a big bully, big bullies don't provide $4.5 billion when the neighbors are in trouble. Big bullies don't supply vaccines to other countries when COVID is on, or make exceptions to their own rules to respond to food demands or fuel demands or fertilizer demands because some war in some other part of the world has complicated their lives. You also have to look today at actually what is changed between India and its neighbors. Certainly with Bangladesh and Nepal, I mean today you have a power grid, you have roads which didn't exist a decade ago, you have railways which didn't exist a decade ago, there's usage of waterways. Indian businesses use ports of Bangladesh on a national treatment basis. So if you actually look today at the connectivity, just the volume of people moving up and down, the volume of the trade which is there, the investments which are there, it's actually a very, very good story to tell. Not just with Nepal and Bangladesh, with Sri Lanka as well, I would say even with Maldives. And Bhutan, I mean, I don't want to miss them out because they have just been consistently strong partners. So our problem in the neighborhood, very honestly, is in respect of one country. And in diplomacy, you always hold out hopes that, yes, okay, keep at it, and who knows one day, what the future holds.